Welcome to another SourceFuse's Talking Out Cloud, our Friday leadership chat series. And today we're focusing on the topic of cloud migration, the drivers, the challenges, how they can be overcome through tried and tested frameworks that actually accelerate the migration journey. If you're unfamiliar with SourceFuse, we have over 16 years deep expertise transforming enterprises through bespoke, secure and scalable cloud solutions, and committed to digital innovation, service excellence, and customer success. My name is Liz Grint, Marketing Manager here at SourceFuse. And as we're an AWS Advanced Consulting Partner, I'm really pleased to be joined today by Satish Upreti from Amazon Web Services, who is their Senior Migration Partner, Solution Architect Lead, and Asia Pacific Japan Security Guardian. Welcome, Satish.
Thank you, Liz. Thanks for your time and appreciate for the setting up this call. Looking forward to working with you guys.
Thank you. And we're really spanning the time zones here because I'm in the UK, you're in Australia. So yeah, really good to have you here. So let me ask if you could tell us a bit about your background and experience, especially around migration business at AWS.
Of course, my name is Satish Upreti and I'm born from India. And age of 9, I moved in Japan. So I have a different location working culture. So I've been there like a 3 decade. I complete my graduation, my junior high school over there. Then I have been spending like 19 years in the IT field. And I have done like various role where I was working as a engineers plus virtual lead and GM role and supporting that widely in the APAC. And currently I'm working in the AWS. My focus is basically migration, where I support a partner to go to the next level, right? So what that mean, next level? So I call that partner should be a cloud native partner, right? So cloud native partner, not only the migration, they should also have a knowledge for the modernization. So that is my role to help the partner make sure they have enough capability. If their capability is not good enough, I help them how they can leverage their technical team. If there's any support required, I work with the various team and support their business goal.
So that's an amazing background, Satish. So tell us, when you begin working with customers looking to migrate to AWS Cloud, what would you say are the biggest drivers which are making customers move or even think about initiating their cloud journey?
Thank you for asking this question. This is a common question always our partner and customer is asking. There's a many different driver initial customer journey. The first thing everyone mind is cost reduction. We see the customer save from 25 to 50% or more saving when they move to AWS. Again, is depending on their existing infrastructure or application. But there is a many other complete reason or trigger why customer might have to migrate to AWS cloud. For example, looking for data center migration, consolidation of the data center, or because their existing hardware and software is coming end of life. In the last 2 years of the pandemic, there is a change happening with the customer discussion. Board of directors are much more involved and not just looking for cost reduction. They want the business to be more agile and move a lot faster. They want the ability to quick experiment and different market segment or invent and create new customer experience. They have also been wanting to modernize their operating model and business culture when migrating AWS. Customers have started to realize that focusing only on cost reduction will not achieve the purpose of the business of the goal of the organization. The big change in the customer have started talking more about the business benefit of the transformation rather than cost saving. With this change, the mindset, customers are now exploring modernization, going beyond the conversation purely workload migration to AWS. And AWS can improve the journey with many plug and play cloud native service plus ready architecture that customer looking for.
Actually, quite a lot of different drivers there, and of those drivers, when you hear those sort of common themes coming through, what would you say have been the biggest roadblocks or challenges, and how does AWS help customers address those challenges?
This is a very interesting question, right? So I always, when I'm talking with customer or partner, right? So these are common questions or the roadblockers and the challenges I have seen. First is the base of the extensive experience in helping thousands of customers perform hundreds of migration. We found following the maintain, the roadblocker. First is the change management. The cloud is not the same as the on-premise, right? So hence there need to be mindset to change. Senior, for example, giving a first example, senior leadership align and support. The goal have to be driven top down with the what we call single thread leadership organization. Second, the organization has to think in a cloud manner, which is to leverage the speed, agility of the cloud and decision making. The approach cloud organization around end used product and application rather than individual project skills. Third is building as a cloud center of excellence, right? So this is a very important thing. And fourth is security and operation on cloud are different. And this difference have to be understood and embraced. IT organization feel in secure, letting go to control various level of stack.
Yes, and security is something that's very close to our heart as well,
Yeah.
but it needs to start at the top. Yeah. So AWS offer many different programs to help people get started. What would your advice be to anyone considering cloud migration via the AWS Migration Acceleration Program?
We have developed the migration program unit in the industry base of experience, migrating hundreds of customers to AWS called Migration Acceleration Program. We also internally call MAP this. While to same, it may resonate as just an investment program. However, we need to look at all the other attributes that this program brings in. It is a comprehensive and proven cloud migration program, and that through the result of AWS experience migrating hundreds of enterprise customers. IT package best practice expertise from AWS and include the qualified migration partner and multiple tools that are available to make cloud adoption easier, allowing customer to gain cloud benefits sooner. We follow unique migration methodology and predicts methodology, which is basic our experience in that last 5 to 6 years. We continue to refine the program basis our experience with so many customers, which is bring many more benefit for the customer and partners. The idea is to make customers successful and also to make them move with the speed, reception, and scale their transformation journey. What we do in the MAP, right? This is very important. What we do that in MAP program is that we follow simple 3 approach, which include assessment, where we are capturing that customer environment through the tools, making the business case, and making sure they are ready to go to the cloud. And then it comes mobilize phase. Mobilize phase where we are building the architecture, landing zone, security perspective, doing the POC to make sure all the environment before that moving to cloud that successfully gone, the testing is completely successfully done, and also if there is anything challenging or we are facing any need to be improved method. So we are fixing in mobilized phase. And finally, it's come to the migrate and modernize phase, where we are migrating customer environment is depending on that requirement. Sometimes customer is asking for server to server migration, right? Which we are using our migration tool, which called MGM, or application migration service. If it is coming to the database, we are either using the DMS, which is database migration service. So it all depends what workload is we are migrating, right? So this is the three-phase program which we are utilizing in the MAP program.
Yeah, so with that sort of discovery, the assessment phase, that's really about getting all the building blocks in place before doing the big shifts. Yeah. So we work very closely with AWS and customers looking to migrate their workloads to AWS. But Satish, what would you say are the benefits to customers as well when we're, working with an AWS consulting partner?
Okay, so let's assume we are working with the SourceFuse's, right? It's one of the most mature partner in AWS. I've seen a lot of partner last 2.5 years, and I believe the SourceFuse's have a full capability, not only that process perspective, the migration perspective also. They understand Amazon leadership principle, like the customer obsession, to various and keep customer trust through and even after the engagement. What difference it is SourceFuse's is ability to rapidly and securely migrate the workload for the customer through in their in-house factory model. And migrate and modernize referred as an ARC by SourceFuse's, which escalate infrastructure as a code deployment and has reusable component to help adopt to use the container and microservices. Working with the SourceFuse's as a living customer can also avail of the server partner funding refills support by AWS when making the first step toward migration modernization. SourceFuse's also offer managed service, so it is go-to partner for end-to-end workload migration and maintenance for the customer looking to move the AWS seamless. I truly believe they are by of action, and I believe you guys are doing the great job.
That's so lovely. Thank you for saying that, Satish. And also thanks for mentioning ARC as well, because that is something that is, that weaves through all of our projects. So yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Because this is, I was not aware that SourceFuse's having this capability. When I was working last 8 and 9 months in India, especially when we don't have a migration PSA over there, then I working closely with you guys, then I have a visibility on this tool, and I feel very amazed that you guys have your own tools, process, and you are using the reuse way, which is a time concern, right? So if the customer want to be quickly migrate, you already have the tools process in hand and quickly take the action for them.
That's lovely. Thanks, Satish. I mean, you touched on it a little bit there, but in your role as the migration solution architect at AWS, what has your experience been like working with SourceFuse's?
So as I mentioned earlier, I've been working last 8 and 9 months with the SourceFuse's, has been proven track record to migrate on premise and cloud on cloud database and application to AWS. There's a modernization lead migration approach has been the first of its kind, enabling customer not only to migrate but also to the modernize, right? Their workload to make them future proof once they are on the AWS cloud. There is experience working with the large enterprise and ISP give them added advantage across industry verticals in providing secure, scalable migration approaches. Being a partner that is solely focused on AWS, SourceFuse's has been deep domain knowledge of the AWS cloud and native AWS services, which make everything fluid while working with them. SourceFuse is the asset for the partner network and AWS as a whole.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Satish. And a huge thank you, Satish, for joining me today.
Thank you, Liz. I really appreciate giving me the opportunity to join with you guys, understand your company, and also this is the like what you call event will help me to know you and other SourceFuse team.
Join us again soon when we'll be back with another Talking Out Cloud with SourceFuse.